Hello everyone, this is Ambai First. This is the weekly review from 1st of August to the 5th of August, which is NFP Day. So today, the first thing we are going to check out is the last week, how the news released last week, how it affects the market sentiment. So the one we saw on Wednesday is the CPI of the Australian dollar, which comes out lower than forecast. And then the significant one we anticipate last week was the US interest rate and the GDP reading. So we saw a disappointing GDP last week, and then the FOMC anticipate a 75 bps. Some market participants are anticipating 100 bps, while some are anticipating 50 bps. But in all, when they drop it, we saw the actual forecast, which is 75 bps, which they increase the interest rate by 75 basis points. So on Thursday, market participants are saying that okay, we saw uh the anticipated reading now, that's 75 bps, then we should see a what is it called, a high GDP reading. But it came out disappointing for them that we have lower than expected uh, GDP result. So this is not a good one for the US dollar at large. It's a disappointing one for US dollar for me. And then this week, what we are going to look at is let's look at the fundamental analysis for this week. The first one we are going to see is ISM manufacturing PMI for the United States. So if you see let's say we see, because all these results we've been seeing is a disappointing one for United States dollar. So if you see the lower than expected of this reading, the expectation is 52.3. That's the actual forecast. And then the what is it called? The previous one is 53. So if you see something lower than 52.3, then we should see a weaker dollar. So on Tuesday we have AUD interest rate. So we should be waiting for the drop. We should be anticipating it, because it's going to have a very significant effect on the Australian dollar. So on Tuesday too, you have job opening. The previous one is 11.25 million, while the forecast is 10.99 million. So on Tuesday too, we should see New Zealand dollar employment change. So if you see something lower than this, we should have a weaker New Zealand dollar. And my favorite pairs for this week is my favorite currency pair for this week is any pair any currency that is paired with Swiss franc. I'm buying Swiss franc this week because is one of the strongest currency I'm anticipating to trade this week. So we have a CPI on Wednesday on Swiss franc. So um let's wait for the release of the result and see what will happen. So anything lower than that, we might see a weaker Swiss franc. But I'm still anticipating something higher than 0.1. Maybe we should have a 1 or 0. I'm anticipating something higher than minus 0.1. We should have something like 0.1 or 0.2, 0.3 or so. So that's what I'm anticipating. And then we on Wednesday too, we have ISM service PMI for United States dollar. So let's read. But the biggest one we have this week is the pounds, the monetary policy, the interest rate. So they are going to market anticipating 50 basis points of the increment in the interest rate. But if we see something higher than that, we should be looking for a stronger pounds. And if we see something lower than this, we should be looking for a weaker pounds. So on Friday we have the non-farm payroll, the unemployment change, and then the Canadian unemployment rate and the USD NFP. So on Friday, we should be looking forward to this, and then we should trade based on this. We're anticipating um, the non-farm payroll. We are anticipating like 250K job. Anything lower than that or higher than that, we have its own effect in the market. For the Canadian dollar, they're anticipating the unemployment rate to increase to 5.0, but if you see a disappointing one, maybe it's increased to 4.8 or 4.7, then it should have its own effect in the market. So the first thing we are going to look at is the DSY. Last week we talked about the DSY having a head and shoulder at this particular area. So then I said that we are going to see. I said we are going to that area. The rejection last week. So the first thing, okay. So and I anticipate this head and shoulder last week, and then it's reject at this particular level. Then we see a drop to this level. So for now, with all the fundamental reading in United States dollar, the all the disappointing fundamental reading, we might see a breakout of this particular trend line to this 11638 level, but technically we should see a rejection at 105,317. Then you see upward movement at that particular area, because this area is an area of support. Then we should see a move to the what? We should see a move to the upside from there. But if we see a break of this particular trend line, then we should have what? We should have a weaker dollar. But personally, I'm anticipating a weaker dollar. So the first pair we are going to check is Euro USD, United States dollar. So me anticipating a weaker dollar, we should see a move to the what? We should see a move to this side. Then this is a very strong resistant level. If you see a move to this side and you see a rejection, we should be looking for a sharp drop to this level. But for now, me, I'm anticipating a break to this level, a break of this particular uh ranging level. Then the first target here, the second target here, and we should see the third target here based on the disappointing fundamental reading. So the next pair I'm looking at is USD JPY. So for now, I'm anticipating something like this is a demand level at this particular area. So we might see a push up at this area. Then if you see a breakout of this particular area, then we should be looking to long. Then we see a break of this level. If we see a break of this level to the downside, then you see to be looking to short and take profit of at 126,649. But for now, we are waiting for this place, for this particular support level to break, because and if you see this what is it called, this trend line, because we have a bounce of trend line here, we have a bounce here, then we have uh so a rejection, sorry, a breakout at this particular level. So we see a retracement to this level, then we see a sharp decline to this particular level. So for now, we are still waiting for it to break this level or reject at this particular level. So the next pair we are looking at is Euro AUD. So Euro AUD, we are still bearish on Euro AUD until proven otherwise. So any retracement you see to the upside is an opportunity for you. What is an opportunity for you uh to short to this particular level. My target still remain 1.43489. But if you see a break of this particular level, if you see a break of this level, then we should be looking toward to long to this particular uh area. But for now, we anticipate that this particular resistance level should hold. So any retracement you see to this level is an opportunity for you to look for a bearish setup until proving otherwise by breaking this particular level. So next period I'm taking out is Euro TF. So I said the other time that Swiss franc is one of my best bets for this week, but we should not close our eye to the fact that after each month we are going to see a retracement. And if you check this is a sharp drop. So after a sharp drop like this, there should be a retracement to the upside. So if you check the monthly candle uh of the Euro chef pair, at this area, at this particular support, we saw a sharp movement to the upside, which creates a long, which tell us that the buying pressure here is very, very much. So here too, I'm anticipating this after maybe a small move to the downside. We should see a retracement to either 50% or 61.8% retracement level. Then if you saw a break of this particular support level, then we saw a free fall, because if you check this level, you don't think there is a level of support level. Yeah, and if there is no level of support after breaking of the overall support, we should see a free fall until there is a fundamental rescue, or until some other forces which can rescue it from the free fall. So the next pair we are looking at is Euro Japanese yen. So taking out the 4 hour time frame, I'm anticipating a retracement to the upside after we saw a very large um monthly candle. So if you check uh this particular 61.8 level, it go in line with this particular um support, which turn to resistance. Let's see. So we should see a movement to this particular 139.58 level. So this is what I'm anticipating now. A buy to 139. Then we should now see a sharp decline at this level. Then if you see a breakout of this particular level, then we should be looking at to buy to 144.160 or 144.191. Let's indicate it. As you can see, 144.191. But we're anticipating that the Kyrgyzstan might hold at this particular area, and we should see a sharp decline at the particular area to 127, because let's go to the monthly time frame. I'm still anticipating the upward move to this to 38.2 or 50% level. But if we don't see that, then we should be looking for the break of this particular trend line. Then if we saw a break to this level, then we should be looking to short to 127 700. So that's my target. So DBP USD is the next pair we are looking at. I'm on bullish bias on this particular pair. On USD pair, I'm on bullish bias. So yeah, the first thing I'm looking at is the first target of 1.23104. Then if it break that level, I'm looking for the next target, which is the next resistance level 1.269. Because if we check this area, we have a break of this trend line, we have a break of this one at this particular area too. Then we have a retest which produce this very long weak rejection candle. So then if you check the overall this thing, if you check the 4 hour time frame, let's check the 4 hour time frame. In 4 hour time frame, we have what? We have a inverse head and shoulder at this particular area. So this is the inverse head and shoulder. Then we have a upward move at this particular. So I'm anticipating the first target as due to the fundament, the disappointing fundamental result of US dollar. So I'm anticipating a if the first target at 1.23204. And don't forget we have interest rate statement uh of the pound this week, interest rate release. So and it's anticipated that they are going to increase it by 50 basis points. So let's see how it goes. But I'm bullish on GBP USD. My first target is 1.23. My second target is 1.26. So until proven otherwise, if it break this particular level in again, then I can change my bias. SND USD 2, I'm bullish on it. So my first target is 0.63, second target is 0.65 until proven otherwise. What will make me to change my bias is if I see a break to this level, then I will anticipate a bearish bias. But for now, my bias to remain bullish on GBP JPY. My bias is neutral until proven otherwise, because if you see a break of this level, we should see the target at this level. But if you see a bounce up to this level, we should see a movement to 164.235, then a bounce to the downside. So I remain neutral on GBP USD for now. I need to wait to for a very long, because you see a fake breakout at this support level, we see fake breakout at this support level too. So this tells us that we might have a fake breakout to this particular level. Hope you understand. So if you see a fake move to this level, then we should see uh it moving to 164, then decline to 156. But I'm still neutral on GBP JPY. So the next pair we are looking at is Euro card. So this one too, I'm anticipating what we call a monthly retracement. So we saw a double bottom at this particular area, and if I see a break of this particular trend line, I should be looking to take my first profit at 0.3 38.2 retracement level, or 50%, or 61.8 retracement level. So the last pair we are checking out is NZD card, and then my bias to remain bearish on NZD card until proven otherwise. So because we have a very strong resistance level at this area, we have a breakout, and then we should be looking to test. Then my target remain 0.77373. So if I see a breakout of this level, then my bias will change to bullish, which my take profit will be at 0.83. This is so my take profit will be at 0.83. But for now, I'm still on bearish bias in NZD card. So this is my own view on the market based on the technical and the fundamental aspect. You have to do your own analysis and see if it really fits your entry, and to be uh consistently profitable in the market, you have to do your homework, you have to be consistent, and then you have to practice, because practice makes improvement. You click the link in the description to join my Telegram channel, and don't forget to click like and share it. It goes a long way for me, and it gives me morale to drop some content based on this. And then in few time I'll be dropping some tutorial question, I'm sorry, some tutorials on forex. So I'm anticipating that. So subscribe, share, and like this page. Thank you. Have a good trading week.